There's a huge lineup of entertainers at the Nebraska State Fair this year, and one of the groups just got off the stage. It's the Righteous Brothers. The Righteous Brothers were so big in the 60s that they opened for the Beatles for their first American tour, and they're joining me right now. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for being here.
Oh,
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Oh my goodness, and what amazing stars you are. The way you sing, it was fabulous. How do you feel after today's performance?
Well, I feel great. For one reason, the audience was phenomenal, and the other reason is we're going home tomorrow.
Yeah, we are.
Been out here a little while, but it was such a great audience. Man, were they great! Oh. And that's why we did such a long show. And of course, I screwed up the whole show. I sang Unchained Melody and forgot the bridge.
You scared me to death. I was backstage and I heard the song in. I'm like, I'm supposed to be out there. I mean, you should have seen me running.
I bet.
But it was great. Yeah, the audience was you know, it makes a huge difference in the show when the audience is in it to win it, and you can just feel it. I mean, the audiences are always great, but there's special audiences that are just.
Yeah.
And the whole environment here with the fair and everybody's just so happy, and it's the afternoon. It was a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful show. We enjoyed it.
And you were singing hit after hit.
Well, we need to do that. But on the other hand, we need to do a couple of things like Nessun Dorma and the thing I did, He Stopped Loving Her Today.
Jones, yeah.
Yes.
So we go from opera to country to the hits to the Veterans Tribute. You know, you try to give them a little something of everything.
Yeah.
It was very special. And before you came, you know, we also were, the show we did earlier talked about you guys opening for the Rolling Stones and opening for the Beatles. My gosh.
That was phenomenal. Well, opening up for the Beatles was a little tough because, you know, it was 13-year-old screaming girls. And when we were on, I mean, it was great because they were clapping and screaming. We want the Beatles.
Oh my goodness.
But the Rolling Stones hadn't made it yet. They were starting, and it was a West Coast tour, so we did real well with them. That was a lot of fun. They're great guys.
What a marvelous time. And then you joined in 2016, and what a great asset you are. The two of you together is just beautiful music, and you just sound so wonderful. You both have albums out.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your album, Bucky.
Yeah, it's called Breathless, and you know, Bill did a country album, and he did a lot of cover tunes to some of the great artists that he really loves. And mine is all original. I wrote one of the songs, and then some of the greatest songwriters in Nashville sent me songs. I mean, it was hard to pick, but we picked 8 songs. The only cover song we did was "Crying" by Roy Orbison, and I'm actually going in tomorrow to film the music video for that. So yeah, and the album releases probably early November. But you know, nowadays they used to release the whole album.
Yeah.
You know, now, like you, and he knows, like his album, they release a song every 2 or 3 weeks. You release 3 or 4 songs, and then you finally release the album. So I've been chomping at the bit to get this record out. And his just released what, 2 months?
Yeah, a couple of months ago.
Just a couple of months ago.
But
and yours is all country. And
yeah, all
a tribute.
Great country songs.
Okay, a tribute to the great country
writers and singers.
Chris Christopherson and of course George Jones, and
I
mean his record is so soulful and so beautiful. And of course he was. Didn't you were did you get a Grammy or something for country album of the something?
No, I was up for newcomer of the year
in country.
And I
people don't
only
realize
been in the business 30 years. And Vince Gill, oddly enough, him and I were up for the award
for newcomer,
and he won. And
but if you're going to lose to somebody,
well, no, we haven't heard from him since.
Now, on his album, he does a song called "These Days." And did Vince write that?
Yeah, I think so.
And asked Bill to sing it with him, and it's a gorgeous, beautiful song. But it's called "These Days," and your folks can look it up. It's on all the streaming platforms
on Spotify
and all that stuff.
Very good. And where are you going next?
Home.
That's what you said. You're going home.
I'm
Nashville
going
But then we-
for you?
Southern California for
Southern
me.
California. And
I
Vegas?
live in Las Vegas, but I'm going
Okay.
into, I lived in Branson, Missouri for 22 years, which is where we met. We were there in the heyday, you know, when Branson was booming. And I'm going back there to do some fantasy football drafting with some guys I've been playing for 30 years with, and I'm shooting my music video there. And then we've got shows on the West Coast.
Yeah.
Palm Desert and
Almost
Napa and
Yeah.
Temecula. We got a lot of shows coming up in California.
Well,
so.
we feel so fortunate to have you here at the Nebraska State Fair. Thank
Blessed to
you
be
for
here.
coming.
Blessed.
Thank you for coming.